Although Rashi is primarily confined to the Pshuta Shel Mikra understanding of the text, there are times where the Pshuta Shel Mikra is inadequate, and when that happens, he borrows from Midrashic material. What follows is a classic example for the application of this rule, when in response to the three Pshuta Shel Mikra questions, he suggests that the statement from Devarim 10:6 that the Bnei Israel journeyed from Be'erot Bnei Yaakan to Mosera from east to west differs from the journey recorded in BAMIDBAR, but an actual journey that went in the opposite direction, one that has been included by Moshe Rabbeinu at this juncture of his address to the nation as part of his recounting to the Bnei Israel of incidents in which they challenged the authority of HaKadosh Baruch Hu and of Moshe's leadership. The inclusion of Bnei Israel Nasu Be'erot Bnei Yakan Mosera are divrei tochacha, words of criticism and rebuke. And this is in line with the entire first speech of Moshe Rabbeinu to the nation, which opens with the words Elo hadavarim asher diber Moshe el kol Yisrael be'ever hayarden. Rashi's comment to the words Elo hadavarim are lefi shehein divrei tochachot. These are words of rebuke. Umanakan, and the passuk goes on to list kol hamakomot, all of those locations shechisu lifnei hamakom bahem, in which the nation, part or whole, undertook actions that angered HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it is in this context that we have Devarim 10:6 that the Bnei Israel traveled from Be'erot Bnei Yakan to Mosera. And as per Rashi's comment, Afzu min ha-tochacha. This is part and parcel of the rebuke, begun with the opening words of Devarim. Rashi goes on to provide us with a fill-in midrash as to what Moshe is referring, drawn from Talmud Yerushalmi, Sota, Perek 1, Halacha Yud. In Bamidbar 20, as part of the various stages through which Bnei Israel journeyed from Goshen to the Aravad Moab, we are told that when Bnei Israel reached Har Har, Moshe, Aharon, and Elazar ben Aharon ascend Har Nevo, and Vayamat Aharon Sham, Berosh Har. Aaron dies at the peak of Har Har. When the people come to grips with the fact that Aharon is now dead, a 30-day period of mourning sets in. Keeping in mind that the division of the Chumash text into parakim is not of Jewish origins, the next passuk, labeled as Bamidbar 21:1, which according to the Jewish division of text might be linked to the death of Aharon. The next passuk informs us that Vayishma HaKnani Melech Arad Yoshev HaNegev, that the king of Arad heard Kiva Yisrael Derech HaAtarim, about the arrival of the Bnei Israel into his land, intending to defend the aggression of the Bnei Israel. Vayilachem beYisrael, he wages war, and Vayishp Mimenu Shevi, took captives, took hostages, back to Arad. We are then told that Vayidar Yisrael Neder LaHashem, the nation makes a solemn vow to Hashem, in which they promise to utterly destroy and annihilate the attacking armies if and when God provides them with a victory. For which one may ask why there was a need for a solemn vow. It is here that the Talmud Yerushalmi quotes a medrash that weaves a story as to what took place between the initial defeat and the making of this vow. It is this midrashic fill-in recorded in the Yerushalmi that Rashi draws upon in justifying his view that the Bnei Yisrael Nasum Be'erot Bnei Yakan Mosera is not a mere recording of the event, but part of the Divrei Tochacha, the criticism of the actions of Bnei Yisrael. Critical to understanding the sequence of events is the situation recorded in Bamidbar 21:1. There are a number of textual problems, superfluous information, and so forth. The passuk should have theoretically simply stated Vayilachem Melech Arad beYisrael, that the king of Arad waged war against Israel and took captive, while most translators maintain that this was a confrontation between the armies of Canaan and Bnei Israel. The Likutei Chumash, reflecting Rashi and the Yerushalmi, maintain that this was a return battle between Bnei Israel and the Amalekites. And whereas in Shemot they weakened the Amalekites, in this case the Amalekites were more successful. On this basis, Yerushalmi weaves a fill-in medrash which can also be used to explain the link between the war and the solemn vow.